Hey guys, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? I don't know if they messed me up or not, whatever the deal is. I am so glad Furview came. Fur burn. She's on right now. They haven't went off yet. We all send love and light through a beautiful lady with her that showed us how to do that, and we sent it to the underground where people are hurting and things are getting not growing, and to free those people. And that was so good because I was feeling some type of way and I needed that energy. That was so good. Creators always bring who you need to boost you when it's time. And I really appreciate that. So if y'all check her out, I think she still is on right now. But anyway, okay. That was beautiful. So we got the tribe of Simeon. Simeon. I keep saying Simon, but it's Simeon. Okay, so found out they were or are Scottish people and Dominican Republic. Okay, I read a little bit about him when I talked about Diana, his sister that got raped. So I'm going to talk about it a little bit more. Now it came to pass on the third day when they were in plane. Okay, this is when the people that raped her was trying to get the father to let him marry the man that raped her, and the brothers taking revenge. Now it came to pass on the third day when they were in pain that the two of the sons Jacob, Simon and Levi, Diana's brothers, each took his sword and came boldly upon the city and killed all the males. He told them on the way they could be married to Israelites' daughters if they got themselves circumcised, and that requires some snip. So that was just a plot of the brothers' plot to kill the men, that thought that way because it was a very wicked place. But Jacob got all scared, and we're gonna keep reading. Each took his sword and came boldly upon the city and killed all the males. And they killed Harmar and Shisham, his son, with the edge of the sword, and took Diana from Shisham's house and went out. The sons of Jacob came upon the slain and plundered the city because their sister had been defiled. They took their sheep, their oxen, and their donkeys, what was in the city and what was in the field, and all their wealth, all their little ones and their wives they took captive, and they plundered even all that was in the house. I mean, anger sometimes it explode. Then Jacob said to Simeon and Levi, "You have troubled me by making me obnox among the inhabitants of the land, among the Canaanites and the Perizzites. And since I am few in number, they will gather themselves together against me and kill me. I shall be destroyed, and my household and I." But they said, "Should he treat our sister like the harlot?" Question on the table. Then God said to Jacob, "Arise, go up to Bethel and dwell there, and make an altar there to God who appeared to you when you flew from the face of Esau your brother." And Jacob said to his household and to all who were with him, "Put away the foreign gods that are among you, purify yourselves, and change your garments. Then let us arise and go to Bethel, and I will make an altar there to God, who answered me in the day of my distress, and has been with me in the way which I have gone." So they gave Jacob all the foreign gods which were in their hands, and the earrings which were in their ears, and Jacob held them under the Terebinth tree. Oh, that tree. We write that tree down. We just talked about that tree. Okay. Which was in Shisham. Okay. And they journeyed, and the territory of God was upon the cities, and were all around them. And they did not pursue the sons of Jacob. So God was not mad that they retaliated like that, because he calls and tell them to do stuff like that too. But he'd have told them to kill the woman and the children as well. Now that's a whole nother God. So Jacob came to Leah'S, that is Bethel, which is in the land of Canaan, he and all the people who were with him, and he built an altar there and called the place Beth El Bethel, because there God appeared to him when he fled from the face of his brother. Now Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died, and she was buried below Bethel under that tree. Hmm. So the name of it was called AllonbachUth. Then God appeared to Jacob again. Then he came to from Padam, Aram, and blessed him. And God said to him, "Your name is Jacob. Your name shall not be called Jacob anymore, but Israel shall be your name." So he called his name Israel. Also, God said to him, "I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall proceed from you, and kings shall come from your body. The land which I have gave Abraham and Isaac, I give to you and to your descendants. After you, I give this land." And God went up with him in the place where he talked with him. Jacob sent the pillar in the place where he talked with him, a pillar of stone, and poured a drink offering on it, and he poured all on it. Pour it up, pour it up. I don't know why that came to my mind. Then Jacob called the name of the place where God spoke with him, Bethel. Then they journeyed from the Bethel and went there was but a little distance to go to Ephraim. Rachel labored in childbirth, and she had hard labor. Now it came to pass when she was in hard labor that the midwife said to her, "Do not fear, you will have this son also." So this when Rachel was having her kids, trying to see when I get to the part about Simeon. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Okay, I guess this came after. I don't see it. Okay, now this is when Joseph had his dream and he told his brothers. Now Jacob dwelt in the land where his father was, strange to the land in Canaan. Let me see. I'm going to go to specifically to Simon. So the brothers did the flocks. That's like this I told y'all before. Okay. Trying to only find him. Okay, let's get to the part where he according step that is my hand, give it to her. Listen, again, go hand. It's hard. It's hard. It's this. Pass it to messenger. This. Okay. Okay, Joseph had been taken down to Egypt, and Potter, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, an Egyptian, brought him from the Ishmaelites who had taken him down there. The law was with Joseph, and he was a successful man. I was trying to see the part, and he returned to Judea, where they guess they didn't say his name. Bear with me, y'all. Trying to get it together. Guess they didn't say their name, but you know their brothers. He was one of the ones that agreed for Joseph to get captured by the Egyptians. So that's how they got in Egypt, because they was not in Egypt. Okay, they was in the land of Canaan. So it says in Revelation 7:7. Let's see what this talking about. Okay. After these things, I saw four angels, or say plus seven. Okay. After these things, I saw four angels standing at the four corners of the earth, holding the four wings of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth and the sea and on the trees. Then I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was granted to harm the earth and the sea, saying, do not harm the earth or the sea or the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God on their foreheads. And I heard the number of those who were sealed. 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel were sealed. So we got the tribe of Simeon, 20,000 were sealed. Okay. And all these things I looked, and behold, a great multitude which no one could number, of all nations, tribes, people, and tongues, standing before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes, with palm trees in their hands, and crying out with a loud voice, saying, salvation belongs to our God who sits in the throne and to the Lamb. So people have no reason to be jealous of the 144,000. A whole lot of people go. If that's, I believe it. Hearkening, listening, understanding, empathy. This is what Simeon's name means. Hearkening, listening, understanding, empathizing. The book of Judges locates its territory inside the boundaries of the tribe of Judea, counted as one of the 10 lost tribes. But as its territory was south of Judea and gradually being absorbed by Judea, it cannot be considered one of the tribes of the kingdom of Israel, or would certainly not been affected by Azrin. Azrin, I think that's the um, for the sake of the kingdom. I think they were. Okay, let's see. ASS. Mesopotamian civilization exists in the city state from the 21st century. The empire, monarchy, capital ASSUR. Who are they? The ethnic group ingenuous to the Middle East. So they ingenuous people to the Middle East. Okay. Biblical narrative has it to the land of Israel, firstborn, or follow the Exodus from Book of Genesis until the Babylonian captivity. The Bible provides various details about its history, after which point it disappears from the record. Southwest of Canaan border, on the last of south, by the tribe of Judea, the boundaries with the tribe of Judea were vague, and it seems that Simeon may have been an enclave within the west of the territory of the tribe of Judea. Simeon was one of the less significant tribes in the kingdom of Judea. So, why did that happen? What was the punishment for Simeon from Jacob?
According to Wikipedia, according to the classical sources, Simeon suffered divine punishment for this inhumanity.
Simeon was the second of the six sons of Jacob and Leah, founded in Israel tribe of Simon, according to the book of Genesis. Okay, I just read that. With Leah as the monarch, Bible scholars regard the tribe as having been believed by the text authors to have been part of the original Israelite confederation. However, the tribe is absent from the parts of the Bible from textile scholars, regarded as the oldest, for example, ancient Song of Deborah. Some scholars think that Simon was not originally regarded as a distant tribe. According to the classic source, Simeon suffered divine punishment for his inhumane with his right hand wart. But this caused Simon to repent, and so his hand was restored a week later. Okay, I'm gonna go back to that. To reconstruct their territory, Book of Joshua 19:2-9 and First Chronicles 4:28-32, to Simeon and Joshua, the territory of Judea, Simeonite territory, David. Okay, let's see. Joshua 19:2. Simeon, one of the tribes of Israel, that in biblical time comprised the people of Israel, who later became the Jewish people. The tribe was named after the second son born to Jacob and his first wife Leah. Following the exodus on Egypt and the death of Moses, Joshua led the Israelites into promised land and divided the territory among the 12 tribes. Though sources do not clearly indicate where the tribe of Simon settled, it seems to have been the south of Palestine, beyond the power tribe of Judea. In time, part of the tribe of Simeon was apparently absorbed by Judea, while other members possibly relocated in the north. After the death of King Solomon, Palestine split into the northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judea. If the tribe of Simeon is counted among the tribes that formed the northern kingdom, then it was too, and it was then it too was simulated by other people after the kingdom of Israel was conquered by the I told you the ASSYRIAN people. One way or another, the tribe of Simeon disappeared from history and is thus numbered among the ten lost tribes of Israel. The tribe, notion form of human social organization based on a set of smaller groups. Okay. Okay. So they want me to read that, so I read it. Okay. Joshua 2:02. Chapter 19. Verse 2. The second lot came out of Simeon for the tribe of the children of Simeon according to their families, and their inheritance was within the inheritance of the children of Judea. They had in their inheritance Beersheba. So they on Beersheba. Okay. Molah, Molah, Hazar, Shual, um, BalahEzem. A lot of them, y'all. It's like one, two, three, four. But that Mola Hazar go together. 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, Bet, 14, 15, 13 cities in their villages. Okay, so they had 13 cities. And Ramanan, Esther, and Asher, 4 cities in their villages, and all the villages that were all around these cities, as far as Belath, Beer, Raman of the south. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Simon, according to the family. So they on all of that. Okay, so that's the Scottish people. That's the Scotland where it's at now, and Dominican Republic, and others that were born that scattered all over the place that don't know who they are. Inheritance of the children of Simon was included in the share of the children of Judea, for the share of the children of Judea was too much for them. Therefore, the children of Simeon had their inheritance within the inheritance of the people. The third lot came out for the children of Zebulun, according to their families, and the border of their inheritance was as far as Sarida, Sarid. Their border went toward the west of the Marillion, Marallah, went to Dabbasheth, and they sound like a Scottish name, and extended along the brook that of east, Jokneam. Then from Sarid it went eastward toward the sunrise along the border of Chisloth Tabar, and went out towards Debelin, Deborah, Daberath, bypassing Japhia, and from there it passed along on the east of Gath Happer toward Et Kazin, Kazin, and extended to Ramah, Rimon, which borders on Nia. Then the border went around it on the north side of Hamilton, Hanathon, and it ended in the valley of Jiphthael. Included were Kathath, 2, 3, 4. Bethlehem. So Bethlehem was theirs. Okay. Write that down. Okay. 12 cities with their villages. This was the inheritance of the children of, oh, this Jubilee. Oh, I read the wrong thing. Sorry, y'all. I went too far. That's Jubilee land. Okay. So he got 12, he got 13. Simeon and some other parts. Okay. All right, went too far. Okay. Okay. My mistake. 2 through 9. Okay. Okay. Um, First Chronicles 4:28-32. First Chronicles chapter 4, verse 28. They dwelt in Beersheba, so that was Zambula's land, right? Mola, Da, Hazar, Shula, Shual, some other cities. Okay, this is cities until the reign of David, and their villages were at name some more, and all the villages that were around these cities as far as Baal. These were their dwelling places, and they maintained their their inheritance. Joshua the son of Amalek's Joel. Okay, it's not saying his name. Okay. The sons of Simeon were, okay, this is sons. Nemanel, 1, Jameer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he had 5 sons. Oh, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, he had 5 sons. Okay, so he had 5 sons. Okay. It's talking about the other kid's son, so he did get an inheritance. And his children. Okay. These records by name came in the days of Hezekiah, king of Judea, and they attacked their tents and the Midianites who were found there and utterly destroyed them as it is to this day. So they dwelt in their place because there was pasture for their flocks there. Now some of them, 500 men of the sons of Simeon, went to Mount Sinai having as their captains Pelatiah, Nerar, names one of Uzziel, and sons of Ishi, and they defeated the rest of the Amalekites who had escaped. They have dwelt there to this day. Okay. Let me see. Simonite territory, David, chapter First Chronicles 4:31, Joshua 15, NAAMAN said they settled in a pattern which overlapped Judea while maintaining a distant tribal in identity or organization throughout the first temple period until 586 BC. Simonites and Judanites lived in some of the same areas. On the map, okay, I got a map. Territory shaded. Their territory on the map was shaded gold. I wish I had some of the old maps. Okay. Yeah, they was next to Judea. They was in Judea was big, and they had a kind of a big part by the wilderness of Zin. Okay, by the Dead Sea on one side. Okay. Little history of memory of pre-Israelites events or circumstances in Genesis. Completion of the conquest of Canaan by the Israelites, Joshua allocated the land among the 12 tribes. Some say this never took place. Okay, book of Joshua. Some say the 6 tribes, sons of Leah, including Simeon, were once part of the League of Neighbors, Amphicytyony, ancient religious form before the tribe of the Greek Poleis, city of Greek. The 6 Dorian cities of coastal southwest Anatolia, Asia Minor is a large peninsula of West Asia and westernmost protrusion of the Asian continent. Constitutes the major part of the modern day Turkey. The region is bound by the Turkish Straits to the northwest, the Black Sea. I just said the Black Sea, right? Oh, it's a Dead Sea. I think they're the same, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I talked about that yesterday. To the north, Armenian highlands to the left, the metropolitan sea, looking at it now, to the south of the Aegean Sea to the west. Where is that sea? I see that name, AR. Okay. The Sea of Marmara, Marmara. City of Marmara. Forms a connection between the Black and the Aegeanc. Though the Bosporus and Dardanelles straits and separates Anatolia. Do I have that anywhere else? Let's see. Oh, there you go. Okay, so that is in Turkey, southwestern and eastern region. Anatolia. Etymology: the east from Greek. From Trance on the Balkan Peninsula of Southeast Europe are the 12 Ionian cities of the north form the word I just said, lead. Ancient Greek, called Pannonic League, was a confederation formed at the end of the Melech War in the mid 7th century BC, comprising 12 Iona Greek city states, Dodecapolis, of which there were many others. Confederation union of sovereign groups or states united for purposes of common action created a treaty. Melech War, 7th BC is Ionian Greek city states. The state of Mela. After the late Bronze Age, the entire region entered a historical period termed the Greek Dark Ages, known as the Proto-Geometric and Geometric periods, which did not belong to any one ethnic group. During the Orientalizing period, an Auric Greek, 800 BC, second Persian invasion of Greece, 480 BC, following the Greek Dark Ages and preceding by the Classical period. In the book of Judges, after the death of Joshua, the Israelites asked the Lord which tribe should be first to go to occupy its eluded territory. And the tribe of Judea was identified as the first tribe. Tribe of Judea invited the tribe of Simeon to fight with them in alliance to secure each of their allotted territories. So I think they did that because they were very skilled in fighting. They were remember he plotted for the killing of the men for his sister. So that was a great plot, to put in the mind, y'all get circumcised, and that was a great tactic. So they were famous for that. Um, so that's why the tribe of Judea wanted them at war with them, because they had a great mind in war, how to organize everything. Alliance, military, agreement between nations, national security. But they were not included in the Song of Deborah and Barak. Now, our ex-president Barack was in the Bible. I know y'all heard that. The reason it was time for him to be where he was through the bloodline, okay? But remember, Oprah promoted him as well to get up. So Deborah was a warrior, and Barack, it says, about the defeat of the Canaanites adversaries by some of the tribes of Israel. He had to go, a woman had to take territory and be over, because him and the men were too scared to go against some fight against something. So the Lord sent the warrior Deborah and her counterpart. Wait a minute, let me read along. It only mentions 6 tribes: Ephraim, Benjamin, Machir, son of the Manisha, Zebulun, Issachar, Nephtali, Judges 4:6. It does not mention the role of Jahin. The sons is a victory of 2 women, Deborah the prophet, and Jael the warrior, Jael a woman. I'm gonna have to look up that. I want to see on the um, okay. A woman is a further sign that Jehovah Yahweh ultimately is responsible for the with the victory. The mighty Canaanite general Sisera will be sold by the Lord into the hand of a woman. Judges 5:31. Because some Barak would not do, and he had to be under a woman. I think that's why I'm gonna go further because they get upset when you say something. But yeah, he's in the Bible. Judges 5, verse 31. So that's 31. It's no 31. Oh, that's Joshua. That's why. Okay. Judges chapter 5. Thus let all your enemies perish, O Lord, but let those who love him be like the sun when it comes out in full strength. Okay. Okay. She was a fiery woman. So I don't know if that means she was red. I don't know if that means she was strong. She was Aries. She was ready to go get it. She was in war. So it might be all the above. But she was a prophet. Okay. And Simon was probably not always counted as a tribal. Their towns in the book of Joshua drop by size according to the census in the book of Numbers, included in the blessings of Moses, Deuteronomy 33:6. Yeah, he's in the bloodline, so whatever role he plays, he's supposed to be there. So stop thinking, looking at a skin color. Yeah, you see the black, they stuck in there with the whites, just like they do a white stick in there with the black. Those are bloodlines. They just got you fooled thinking it's about skin color. Deuteronomy 33. They ain't using them and all that there. They ain't no. That's they blue, that's they kinfolk. Look at the family of the royal and you'll see blacks all in there. I can go a little deeper and tell y'all some other stuff. I ain't gonna go there. 33:6. Let Reuben live and not die, nor let his men be few. Hear, Lord, the voice of Judea and bring him to his people. Let his hands be sufficient for him, and may you be a help against his enemies. So this is Joseph, Zebon, Gad, Dan. Let me see Simon in here. Okay, so I guess he was mixed with Judea during that time. Mount Sinai, which one chose it? I do not see his name. I guess it's with Judea. Hmm. Okay. In the SEPTUAGINT, whereas the name is omitted from the okay, so they took his name out. Blessing of Moses, Deuteronomy 33:2. And that's it. Roman numbers. Reminder of Simeon was ultimately subjected to the Babylonian captivity after the war ended. Oh, so he went to Babylon. Okay, so he mingled with them. Simeon of and other tribes in the kingdom and Judea had been lost in favor of a common identity as Jews, Hebrews, and Israelites of Judaism, an ethnic region of the Jews people, but varies from strict to none. Star of David. Okay, I got a picture of that. What did I say about that? Okay. Second millennium BCE, Levant, Eastern Mediterranean and West Asia, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, Israel, Palestine, Turkey, southwest of Euphrates, land bridge between Africa and Eurasia. Land bridge means land mass crossing colonies, colonizing animals, plants, and new land can be created by marine regression. Sea levels fall, exposing shallow, submerged sections of continental shelf, or when new land is created by plate tec- tectonics, TECTONICS, or when the seafloor uses due to post GLA UAL rebound after an ice age. So the earth can depart, or it can come back together, making a bridge. It used to be the way that everything. I think the sin made the whole work do some all kind of stuff. Every time we fight and mess it up, and it broke it up. That's my opinion. And so when the ice age come, it moves again. So that was happening when we got all that ice last time. Did it shift again? Others Adam Bridge, India, and Sri Lanka. I think that's in India. Okay, Indian Ocean. Okay, Bering Lord Bridge, aka Beringa, Alaska, of course, North American with Siberia, North America, as sea levels rose and fell under the effect of the ice age. Okay. Doggerland landmass south in North Sea, connecting the island of the Great Britain to continental Europe during Ice Age. More on okay, so the Doggerland during the Ice Age again connected them, Britain and Europe. Okay. Okay, a little information on him being in prison by Manisha. He said it was only him to be in prison, given his earlier mistreatment of Joseph. So he wanted his people to go free, and them just to capture him. I don't know if this had happened or not. What happened to travel Israel is very general held, therefore, that Simon and Levi were two tribes or groups which attacked Shisham on behalf of the sister group, Diana. Retaliation followed, and the two were broken up. Okay, let's see. Um, Jew on the phone. What happened to Simeon on the phone? Simeon and Levi attracted this tech. Okay. Scotland and Germany. Now, how did I come to that conclusion? Um, I asked the question. I know the Simeon is mentioned in the New Testament as well. It's a game too. Archangel Simeon. Simeon is one of the two angels sent by celestial realm to take part in exchange program, and he is the first introduced to lessons 12 through 13, along with Luke. He is one of the main characters in Obey Me, One Master to Rule Them All. It also involved an intimacy system of the game. Therefore, users can interact and raise their relationship with him. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got, it says the tribe of Simeon, and they have the sign Pisces. See that? Okay. Then they got this flag. It says called Dominicans. Tribe of Simeon are so-called Dominicans from the 12 tribes. I don't know if y'all can see that there. Um, okay. Tribe of Simeon. Ah, God, duh. The heretic emblems of Simon and Levi. Got one side, Simon is Scotland, and the Levi's Germans. Then you got the Netherlands. No, y'all can see that. The heretic emblems of Levi and okay. That's why I got it for I asked the question. Who are they today? And that's who they are. Then so Scotland is Cancer, the sign Cancer too. Um, Dominican Republic, I seen that through um, The- Remember that on Clash of the Titans too. Those was Simeon's people, all the Celtics and the Jews. They were the fighters. Spartacus, whatever they call it, 300 Spartacus. They lived on the south between Reuben and Gad. And then they got the banners of Israel, the camp, and Bridgard emblems. Then they got Gad, Reuben, and Simon, a sword of gate. Reuben south, a man, ox, lion, eagle. So they got him. Look like them crescent things. Then they got the fish. Simeon. See that. Universal logo. Tribes of Israel, tribe of Simeon logos. Still here. They know. They ain't telling the ones who don't know. So if you don't know, you will not get your inheritance. Very skilled dressing too, I see. And Dominican culture is mixed of the cultures of Spaniard colonists, African slaves, Taino natives, European, African. The culture elements are most prominent in Dominican food, family structure, religion, and music. The belief in Dominican is Roman Catholic, but there are also other Christian denominations, including Jehovah's Witness, evangelists, various forms of centric religion and African influence are still practiced in the countryside. Okay, the Battle of Guayacans. That's Dominican Republican had a war. Rebels in the United States. Let me see. That battle was brought on the 3rd of July, 1916, between Dominican rebels and the United States during the United States occupation of the Dominican Republic. Dominion dug trenches on two hills, blocking passage to Santiago, and kept up single-shot fire against the automatic weapons of the Americans before the Americans drove them off. Joseph A. Glowin, a corporal, was awarded the Medal of Honor for his bravery during the action. The War of Restoration, 1863-65 through 65, between the Dominion and Spain. A Spanish force, 600 troops, supported by 13 cannons, commanded by General Jose Lagunda, appointed Captain General of Santo Domingo since March, confronted the Domingo separatists commanded by the latter, who took refuge in town, blah, blah, suffered a defeat. Montecristi suffered a defeat and were forced to retreat, but not within inflicting disproportionate, disproportionate casualties on their opponents. The future Spanish General Fernando Primo de Rivera y Sobermonte, was wounded during the fight. Okay. Almost 1,000 regular Scottish Army and served troops. MOD civil surgeons worked the army in Scotland. They deliver UK operations support to their allies around the world and provide emergency support to the Scottish government, local authorities, and public bodies. Do the Royal Scots still exist? The Royal Scots Regiment, formed in 1633, was the oldest and senior infantry regiment in the British Army until its amal- annihilation in 2006 in the other Scottish infantry regiments to form the Royal of Scotland. The Royal Scots, the Royal Regiment. Battle of Battle for Lepradis. The Royal Scots, formed in 1633, was the oldest and senior infantry. Okay, with other Scottish infantries. Direct link was their first battle along the Royal Scots borders. Okay. So everybody intertwined with each other again. Some know and some don't know. And if you don't know, you will not, like I say, get the inheritance. You will still think you're wandering and don't know who you are because we all part of something. Then I asked, it says the Anglo-Scottish Wars or Wars of Scottish Independence. Anglo-Scottish Wars were a series of military conflicts between the Kingdom of England and the Kingdom of Scotland in the late 13th and early 14th century. So remember, the Scottish was over here in America as well, right? They had some of them as slaves. Sometimes referred to as the Wars of Scottish Independence. They were fought between the years of 1296 and 1346. The death of King Alexander III of Scotland left his granddaughter, sometimes referred to as the Wars of Scotland Independence. They were brought between the years of 1296 and 1346. Okay. Daughter Margaret, aged just 4, the Maid of Norway, heir to the Scottish throne. On the way to her new kingdom and shortly after landing on the Orkney Islands, Margaret died, created a succession crisis. Of course, they was gonna kill that little girl. They don't care about no children. In 1286, 1290, with 13 potential rivals for the throne and fearing civil war, the guardians of Scotland, leading men of the time, invited King Edward I of England to select a new ruler. Stay time. On the 17th November at Berwick on Tweed, John Below was named as the new King of Scots, and England being your ruler. He was crowned some days later as Scone Abbey, and on 26 December, Newcastle upon Tyne, King John of Scotland wore homage to King Edward of England. Of course, you did. Okay, so yeah. Then, like I say, Scotland Cancer, UK Wales Gemini, Ireland Taurus, Dominican Republic Leo, Moon and Gemini, Midheaven and Cancer, Leo, because they had them on the thing. Leo, Libra, Scorpio, Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus. Blood type Scotland, O negative, A negative, B negative, AB negative, only a little O positive. The Barbers and the Basset people are intertwined with that also, because you know they negative type people. And Dominican Republic is positive, O, B, A, and AB, only a little negative. So that's interesting. I guess that's mixing with all kind of cultures and stuff like that. So that's what I have, y'all. Finding out who and what and when and where. You know, it's not all, but helps. Maybe you trying to figure out. I'm trying to pinpoint some. Maybe you can go a little farther with it. Okay. All right, y'all. It's your girl Ruth. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. I hope it helps in some type of way. Y'all have a fantastic evening. I don't know if I'm coming back or not, but love y'all. And yeah,